Welcome back to the program. If you have a question about flat feet, the number to call is 0808 054 2233. That's 0808 054 2233. You can also tweet at CTV_Mary A. Now, let's talk about the foot you don't operate on. Do they need special shoes? Can special shoes help a person with a flat foot?
Okay, like I said, most of these flexible flat foot, they are really not
in need of anything.
They are really not in need of anything. Most of them will correct with time. And in fact, sometimes, like I said, we use the molded shoe insert in such a way that in order to help them to form the arch.
The shoe insert, is it like that thing you put when your shoe is too big for you? So to fill up the space a bit and make it fit?
Well, something like that. But this one is like a kind of specially made with some firm material that seems that, that has the shape of an arch, okay, which will now be placed on the inner side of the shoe.
So it's like giving the person an arch.
Exactly. So this will now push up the inner side of the foot in order to try to recreate.
Okay, that's it on the screen there.
The arch, exactly.
Okay, it's quite curved.
Exactly, it's quite curved. So it will now. So once you put that in the shoe and the person keeps working on it, it helps to recreate the arch over time.
Would this kind of person have to change his shoe size? Let's say, for example, somebody is a size 40 or a size 8 and needs to wear this insert. Would the person need to get a bigger shoe for it to work?
No, he doesn't need to have a bigger shoe.
Okay.
Because this is going to be at the bottom of the shoe. It's not going to make the shoe
fill up any
space. And it's not that big. It looks big on the screen, but it's not that big.
Okay.
And it's just like a curve. It's just so he just
fits it into his regular shoe and moves on.
Shoes. Exactly.
Will they at some point be able to take it out and be okay? That they now have a formed arch and the arch is fine, they don't need any more shoe inserts.
Yes,
does it come to that point?
Yes, like I said, over time, most of them will correct spontaneously without even you doing anything. But however, because of a lot of pressure from parents, grannies and all that, they just want you to do something. And that's where this comes in. In fact, some people have even said that you are actually treating the parents and the grannies. You are not really treating the child. Because most of them, like I said, will correct spontaneously without you doing anything.
Okay. Now, it seems to me that, if weak arches are part of the problem, a person may be over-exercising, maybe too much running, too much jogging or jumping. Can that break the arch?
No, it's not likely.
Bring it down?
No, it is not likely that will occur. Because if that occurs, then it means that every single athlete will have a flat foot.
I was wondering.
No, it will not.
So it doesn't mean we have to be careful about our exercises?
No. In fact, exercises is even good for you to have strong ligaments and strong bones and strong muscles. And that is one of the things we actually prescribe for people with flexible foot to exercise.
But some people, after skipping for an appreciable amount of time, they complain that their feet ache.
Well, it depends.
Even after resting, in fact, especially after resting, they get up and they ache so much.
Well, if you skip, you shouldn't have pain after you have finished skipping, and then you have pain at rest. It probably means that it means either you are not doing the skipping correctly, or you are not wearing the correct shoes, because there are some certain shoes you should wear to skip. It's not just regular shoes. You need to wear sports shoes.
You need sports shoes to skip?
Yes.
How about skipping barefoot?
That is not advisable, because you'll be putting a lot of pressure on the bones of your foot.
Okay.
And because those sports shoes are fitted with materials to help to cushion the effect of your
do they have bottoms like that shoe aid that we just saw?
No,
they have arches?
Yes, I mean,
sports shoes, that's what I mean.
If you look at the inside of most shoes, they are made in such a way to fit your foot.
Okay.
Okay. if you look at most of the sports, if you look at the inner side, there is always this small elevation, right, in order to fit your shoe. So your your feet fit right into the shoes in such a way. And then, of course, you must buy, of course, the right size. If you buy a shoe that is too tight or is too loose, then you're going to have pain in your shoes. I mean, in your feet. And so it is always advisable when you want to do any jogging or running or skipping to use sports. It's not advisable to do that on your bare feet.
Are there any other rules for handling the feet to make sure you don't have problems, any broken arches or any pain? Because this is a new one.
Yes, like I said, wear the right size of shoes. If you wear a shoe that is too tight and your feet are crowding together, then you may have pain in your feet. Secondly, don't wear, I know that this will be like I'm trying to say ladies shouldn't wear high heel shoes.
It always comes in.
It always comes in. If you wear high heel shoes, you are putting your feet in an abnormal position.
Okay.
Because your feet are supposed to be flat on the ground. But if your heel is high up here and the other part is here, you are bending the bones and the ligaments. You are putting them under a lot of stress and under a lot of strain. And over time, they will tell on you. And the other thing is when you fall down and you sleep, you can actually break your ankle. If you have these high heel shoes.
Okay.
If you don't break your ankles, you can actually damage the ligament around your ankles. And these are very, very serious injuries. Because once those ligaments are torn or they are stretched abnormally, it takes a long time, if ever, for them to recover back.
Aren't they like rubber bands, that you can, stretch? So if anything happens, well, you just reattach them.
No, they are not like they are. Those ligaments are not like rubber bands. Some of them are very thin. They may be thin, but they are very strong. And once they get detached from a bone, it's usually difficult to put them back.
Okay.
You may need to use some other materials in order to help you to reform the ligament. These are all surgeries that you need to perform around the knee. So why do you want to put yourself through that stress instead of, wearing shoes that the heels are not that high?
Too high.
So,
or at least just for a short period of time.
Well, if it's for a short period, that's fine. But I see ladies wearing it all over town, and when they fall down, they can actually break the ligaments around their ankles.
Okay, how about somebody who has a very high arch? I see some people like that. It's like the foot is so curved.
Yes.
Do they encounter problems?
Yes, that too is also, that is another kettle of fish entirely. Those ones are the one we call the people with carbovirus deformity. It's so high because they have some neural issues. So some of them have some, spinal cord issues, which makes their arch to be that high. The other one we said for flat foot is because they have weak ligaments. These ones are very tight ligaments, which is as a consequence of some neural problems in their spinal cord. So this also is not normal, because when they have that high arch, the toes of the foot that are supposed to be like this on the ground, they are like this.
They're now facing the floor.
Exactly.
And okay, let me just ask you this final question. Sorry to cut in there.
No,
is obesity a problem when it comes to the feet?
Obesity is a problem generally, apart from the general physical issues.
I'm talking about the weight now.
Yes, the weight, because if you look at it, when you stand, your weight, your entire weight is on your feet. And so if you are obese, you are putting a lot of weight on your feet. So it's always advisable to lose weight.
Keep the weight in check.
Keep the weight down, because if you don't keep it in check, putting your weight on the hip, on your knees, and as well as on your ankles.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Owola. It's been wonderful having you on the show. Thank you for watching.
It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for watching Health Matters today. Have a great day. I am Mary Alale Yusuf.